to our channel, Cruise, Travel and Joy.
Hello.
And today, what are we going to do?
Well, we're going to have a little bit of backstory first. Ever since I was growing up watching all the American films, they always talked about this product, this item. And then I always wanted to try it. It was Meatloaf. I was like, what is that? What is it? I always saw it in the films and series. And then one day I was watching Guy Fieri about 3 or 4 years ago. Shout out Guy Fieri, Diners, Drivers and Dives. He went to a place and the guy made the meatloaf. I was like, oh my God, it's that simple. So I thought, right, today we're going to do a little video. This is more enjoy because we love food and I like a bit of cooking. I'm not a chef, but I like a bit of cooking. And I thought we'd make a little meatloaf as it's Thanksgiving in America now coming up on the 30th of November. I thought we'd make one so maybe you could all try it at home as well. Cheers. First off, you've got to start by prepping your vegetables to go in with your mint. So that is white onion and mixed bell peppers. So we're going to do that now. Right, we're doing the onion now. This is how I do my onions. I know it's all the way I've seen all the top chefs do it, but it's not the way I do it. This is how I do my onions. I find it the easiest way. Little whack like that. And take off the excess on the outside. Like that, see, pretty simple. That's the waste. And then all I do, this is my other little tip I do, I use a grater, especially for this dish, I use a grater. I'll take the onion and I'll just glide the onion, take a bit off there, just glide the onion across. Watch your fingers. I was watching a few videos online and on the TV, and this is how they prepare the onions to go in the mince when they make kebabs. The same way. If I just show you what it comes out, if you see in there, that's how it comes out, all like minced up like that. So it's nice. It gives a different texture as well. So I'm doing 2 500-gram minces. So for that I'll use an onion and a half maybe, minus a few bits I don't use that come off like that, you see. There we go. Get rid of them bits. There you go. Right, and now we're going to do the peppers. Red and a green pepper. By the way, I cut mine. There's lots of different ways to cut peppers. This is how I cut mine. Take the top out like that. Nice and easy. Cut down like that. And I'll just do little strips. About half a centimetre wide strips, you know. Watch your fingers. And then what you have to do after you've done that, that's just half, we just do this half here. Then you have to put them in long ways now. And then just cut them into little cubes. Say like half a centimetre cubes. This is also going to give a nice bit of texture inside the meatloaf. And I always love using the red and the green. They both got different flavours, so there you go.
What about all the seeds?
Yeah, I'm not worried, but it gives a bit of flavour anyway. I'll just turn them round again like the other ones. Like I said, I'm not a chef, I just like a bit of cooking. I enjoy cooking. Can't get better than a bit of home cooked food. There we go. So if I wasn't clear on the measurements, for 500 grams you want to use 1 red pepper, 1 green pepper and 1 white onion. But I'm doing 2 500 grams And I'm also doing a mini vegan one as well, but I'm going to use a little bit of the onion and pepper from those.
Vegetarian.
Yeah, vegetarian one with vegetarian mince at the same time. I'm basically just going to take a bit of the onion and the pepper from the meat ones. Okay. Now we're going to do a vegan mince. We're going to mix it and make the meatloaf. This is how easy it is to do. So, vegan mince in. Don't forget to take off the bit of paper that's in with the mince. Everybody always forgets to do that. And then we put in our wet ingredients. So, ketchup, tablespoon, American mustard, tablespoon, salt, half a tablespoon, pepper, quarter tablespoon, turmeric, quarter tablespoon, garlic granules, quarter tablespoon, smoked paprika, that's a half a tablespoon, and then thyme, quarter tablespoon. That's it. The only other thing we've got to do, if you just wait there 1 second, is forgot to get the passata ready. We then get the passata, and we have 2 tablespoons of passata, and it's optional, but I like to put it in 1 egg. And now all we have to do is I've nearly forgot. Then we got to do a tablespoon of green pepper, tablespoon of red pepper, tablespoon of onion, and then we have to mix. Just get it all nicely incorporated all together. I've never done it with vegan mince before, but I just thought we're going to give it a try, see how it comes out. You know, it might be awful, it might be bad, it might be really nice, but I've never done the vegan one, so there you go, that's together. Right, then what you do is you get preferably a tin bowl, but I've got a Pyrex one for the vegan one. You put a splash of olive oil or oil, whichever one you want to use. Put that all round the bowl. It's just to help it from not sticking. There we go, a little bit of olive oil. You then get your vegan meatloaf or meatloaf mix, and then you move that bowl out of the way, and then you pack it in. Pack it in to the sides, get it in there, push it down. Make sure it goes to the edges. And then what you do is you get one little bit of passata. You do 2 little lines of passata across the top, like that. And then a little bit of thyme over the top. That then goes in the oven. We've got an electric oven. I put it on 6. And I'll put it in there, but I've never done a vegan one. I'll put it in at 200. I've never done a vegan one. I'm going to put it in there for 30 minutes. We'll check it after 20 and see how it goes. Meanwhile, I'm boiling the potato here to make the mash. And I've got water boiling just with water in it. At the last minute, I'm going to put some asparagus in. I'll show you how I prepare my asparagus in a minute. Right, now I'm going to do the meat version. Just one little thing, I forgot to whack out the mince, but that's a vegetarian one. I've never done them before, but I'll show you what I mean by this one now. Take off the paper. That's one. That's two. Take the paper off. Put them in the bin. Go and give my hands a rinse because I've just touched that meat before I use all the other bits. Right. Good tablespoon of ketchup. Good tablespoon of American mustard. One, 2, 3 tablespoons of passata. There's a passata. Just sun roasted potato, sun-dried tomatoes, I think. Yeah. Then we have a half a tablespoon of salt. Salt. Quarter tablespoon of pepper. Half teaspoon of paprika. Half a teaspoon of turmeric. Quarter teaspoon of garlic. And a quarter teaspoon of thyme. That's it. And then what we do, we add in 1 whole green pepper, 1 whole red pepper, 1½ grated white onions, and then what we do, the best bit, we get in there and we mix it all up now. We'll make sure it's all nicely mixed. The messy bit. Do you know what I forgot to do? I forgot one thing which I can add now. I forgot to add an egg. Silly me. There you go, there's an egg. Give it a good mix. Everything's incorporated in, because last thing you want to do is you want it to break up. You want it to be a meatloaf, which you can cut into slices. So you can make sure you get it all in there. Both hands. That's it. I don't think you can really overwork the meatloaf because it's all going to be one anyway. That's it. You can adjust your ingredients accordingly. You know, some people like a bit of Worcester sauce, some people like a bit more salt, a bit more pepper. So it's whatever you really fancy, really. There you go. A big ball of love. And then what we're going to do, we'll wash my hands quickly. And then we're going to get it into tins. And then this time I'm going to slap it out onto the baking trays, which I meant to have done the first time and I didn't do it. So now we're going to do it properly this time. Move that over to one side for a second. Baking tray. Little bit of olive oil. Just to oil up the pan because we don't want it to stick. I think we should be able to get 2 out of this. Half that. Maybe that's a bit too much. There we go. Then we want to put it right into the corners. Push down, make sure we get it all into all the corners. Because it'd be easier to come out in a minute. Right. Now, this is the fun part. It should, when I slam it down, there you go. Come out like a meatloaf. There we go. And then passata over the top. A bit of passata. A little bit of thyme. That's that one done. We'll put that over there ready to go in a minute. Wash my hands. See, it's not that much work, but the end product is very tasty with the mashed potato and the asparagus, and then some gravy, whatever gravy you want. I like to have chicken gravy in mine, but people prefer beef. Right, get this mince in, pack it down. Make sure it's packed down nice. There we go. Pack it down so it's all together, so when we whack it out in a minute it should all come out in one. Put that to the side. Baking tray. Splash of oil, which I think I forgot to do on the other one, but it should be fine. Splash of oil over the top, and then this is the magic. Come on. Is it going to come out? That's the problem. See, sometimes this is what you get.
Packed it down a bit much.
Oh, it's come out half. Not too bad. You can always add that bit on the end now. Here you go. There we go. Bit of passata over the top. Bit of thyme. Then we whack them in the oven. We whack both those in the oven now. 200. We put them in for an hour and we check them. You want them to be nice and crispy on the outside. It should taste a bit like barbecue, smell a bit like barbecue while you're cooking. Right, so I bought some asparagus and I saw Jamie Oliver and he said, all you got to do to prepare them is get them out of the packet, and wherever they snap, that is the bit that you're meant to cook. This is meant, they're used for something else, but this is the tender bit you're meant to cook. Just thought I'd show you that. These are going to go in for 10 minutes in boiling water. Right, the potatoes are done now. Just going to give them a quick mash. So I thought I'd just show you a little bit of that. Little whack of butter. Just mix that in, a little bit of butter. Look how soft they are. See how I cook them until they're really nearly disintegrating, because that's how I like it. That's how I like it. Right, there you go. Then, I forgot one thing. Wait there 2 seconds. You could do this with cream, but that's just a bit too fatty. There's a bit of milk, good, so a tablespoon of salt, half a tablespoon of pepper, and then just get in there and mash them up, mix it all up and mash them up, and that's it. You can do them like crushed potatoes. You can have them mashed potato. Just do it as they come out. However they come out, they come out. Maybe a little bit more milk. That's it. Mix them through. Because this is the standard for the meatloaf. For meatloaf dinner, they normally do green beans, mashed potato, and the meatloaf, and then gravy on top, whatever gravy you like, onion gravy, mash, there you go. And that's how simple it is to do the mash. Simple as that, done. Right, so here we are now. The meatloaf's come out. The vegan one took 30 minutes, and the meat one took 45 minutes, at just over 200. So 200, it depends on your oven. And if you want to come down and have a look at the results, here's the vegan one. Look at that. And then there's a nice, it doesn't crisp the same as the meat one. It still looks good. I've never done a vegan one before, so we're going to see what that's like in a bit. And here's the meat one. Look, the lovely crust. Comes out a bit like a barbecue. It's really, really nice. So do you want me to cut a slice of the vegan to have a look inside now, just to show you what it looks like? There you go. There's the inside of the vegan. And cut the and let's cut the meat one now to show the inside of the meat one. Oh look, yeah, that little crust as you cut. Look at that. Very tender and juicy. Like, as you can see, it stays very tender inside. Just a nice crust on the outside with the gravy over the top, and we're going to have the gravy. It's going to be lovely. So here's the end result. Our lovely Thanksgiving dinner with meatloaf. Got the vegan meatloaf, the meatloaf, lovely cream mashed potato, green beans and asparagus. I've made myself some lovely gravy to go on the top. Make a little well for the gravy there like that. And I'll put a little drizzle across the meatloaf. Look at that. There's only one more thing to do. Have a little try. Let's try the vegan one. Wow. That vegan one tastes like a really, really nice stuffing. That is amazing. You have to try that vegan one. Now we're going to try the meat one. See if the meat one can keep up with that, because that. I'm not a chef, but that is amazing. You've got to try it. And to all our subscribers out there, thank you for subscribing. And to all our American subscribers, happy Thanksgiving. Cheers.